name is Ilene Rein. I'm an executive recruiter and a job search strategist with Pounding Pavement 101. I am here today with my superstar client, Juliana LaRock. We're going to talk about her job search and what led her to me and where she is now in a super fabulous job. So, Juliana, please introduce yourself.
Hi, Eileen, and hi, everyone. My name is Juliana. I have my bachelor's in international relations and diplomacy, and my master's in social work and social policy. And I was having a really hard time with my job search. Although I had a lot of my soft skills, hard skills, I didn't know how to combine them. And so I was feeling quite a loss of identity and a lot of confusion post grad school. So I'm really happy that I found Eileen and her program.
So, let's backtrack. When did you graduate? So, when did the job search begin?
Yeah, so I graduated from my master's program in May of 2023.
Okay, so May 2023, and then when did we start working together? Let's fast forward.
Yeah, so I actually didn't start with you right away for a number of reasons, which in hindsight are silly and don't make sense. But one of them was because, first of all, I wanted to just try on my own for a while. And I think I did that for a little too long before recognizing that I needed extra help. But I was working a few contract or part-time jobs during my job search just because I really didn't want to have nothing going on. So I probably ended up doing that for about 11 months until I was connected to you. So, yeah.
So we started working together and we started on the personal branding piece. So
Mhm.
and actually you were, if I recall, we worked a little bit one-on-one together and also you were in the group coaching program.
Mm.
Without giving away any super secret ninja tricks, which are behind the scenes, what did you find different between this and your college career services department? Because look, college career services department is free.
Mhm.
So did it make a difference in your job search?
Yeah, I definitely think it did. And I think the difference is that you have the particular skills to really know the wording that recruiters are looking for, even outside of AI, just words that will stand out, both technically and to the human eye. And I know that you have the background in recruiting as well. So I think that that was really helpful in just, even if it was slight, adjusting the resume wording and adjusting the way that I spoke about myself and my experience and one-on-one interactions as well to really show people how I would provide value rather than speaking in circles about what it is that I did.
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference. Because I am a recruiter, I look at a minimum of 500 resumes a day. You have
Mhm.
5 seconds to catch my attention, or, and this sounds really callous and I don't mean it to, but to a recruiter, you're just a piece of paper at the
Mhm.
moment.
Mhm.
And you really need to stand out and rise above, especially there's so many graduates that are coming out. And if you're getting lost in that shuffle, you're leaving it to luck and leaving it
Mhm.
to chance. And I don't believe in leaving things to chance. I believe in taking bull by the horns and making sure that this happens for you.
Mhm.
So we moved on to interview prep. And I know that you were a little uneasy in terms of going on interviews and presenting yourself. How did this help you? Did you feel confident going into your interviews?
Yeah, I definitely did. I think even more so than the interview piece itself, what I was struggling with, to go back to what we just talked about, was the personal branding. And so I was very comfortable speaking with people, but I wasn't comfortable really presenting myself in a way in which I was showing them clearly what my value was at each specific organization that I was interviewing with. So I think a big part of that training was kind of how do I slightly adjust my branding depending on what it is that the organization needs. And I feel like you really helped with that. But doing that in a way in which we were still addressing all of the most common interview questions. So it was a good balance between what are you likely to see and how can you adjust that based on your own personal experience. So getting that was really interesting.
Yeah, this is all based on what are the recruiters actually listening for in your responses. That's what's a little different. And we really tweaked it so this way you were able to showcase your value, as you said, and what you bring to the table and rise above all the other college graduates that are out there. And there are tons right now.
Hmm.
But then we moved on to the third piece. And this is the piece that everyone forgets. You need a strategic job searching plan in order to pound pavement. That's where I got the name from. Okay.
Hmm.
In order to really make this happen, it's the chemical reaction between the three. Did you generate more activity in going through that strategic plan?
Yeah, I definitely did. I went from, and just to give you numbers, I probably went from one or two interviews over the course of a few months to at one point towards the end of my job search, I think I had seven or eight within a week and a half. So yes.
This
Yeah.
also, not only is it exciting to get the calls for the interviews, but it allows you to be in the driver's seat
Mhm.
because it allows you to look behind the curtains in different companies to pick and choose what company you want to work for. Because you have to be inspired by the company mission, and the people who are working there, rather than just getting, oh, well, this is the only job offer on the table. I guess I need to take it.
Mhm.
So you really got to compare one company and one position against the other.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think throughout that whole time, those long 11 months, which felt very long, I was really just yearning to be at that point where I finally felt like I had the leverage versus every other entity having the leverage over me. And so to finally get there towards the end was really nice because I felt like I had multiple decent choices, which was something that I hadn't had for so long.
So for all the people who are watching, who are in your position or are in your past position, okay, of job searching, just graduating, attacking the market and not getting any calls,
Mhm.
what would you recommend to them at this point?
I know everyone says this as their first answer to work with you, which I think is true. But I think outside of that, it would be to form personal connections over LinkedIn and not, I know everyone kind of gives that advice to, cold reach out to people. But I think being really tailored in doing that and finding people that seem more like mentor quality rather than just people at an organization that look interesting. Instead, kind of looking for people that are in positions that are similar to what you would want to do and going from there because you already have something shared in your interests and likely in your backgrounds as well. And I think that that helps you to stand out instead of someone that's just sending out mass requests to everyone and anyone.
Yeah, and that's something that I do teach in the program is how to reach out to people, really how to make those connections. So again, you stand out because I have, as a recruiter, because I am still recruiting full time, I have many people coming at me
Mm,
and saying, can you help me with a job? Can you place? Well, yes and no, but I want to be able to help everyone and I wanted to teach them these insider secrets. So this way they know how to attack the job market. They know how to get hired in their dream jobs and for a lot of money.
right.
We need to get you off the family payroll. So
Right.
Juliana, tell me, what is your position? What are you doing now?
Yeah, so I'm currently working as a research assistant at a international nonprofit that invests in entrepreneurs internationally. So it kind of pulled together all of my background academically and professionally, as well as my values and my interests. So it was really like a diamond in the rough kind of opportunity. And I feel like going through the process of interviewing, it was multi-stage. And I think I owe so much to you for that process, not just doing it, but like staying positive during it. And I think what made that easier was the fact that I had multiple other options at the time. So I didn't feel so married to one opportunity or desperate, I suppose. I felt pretty confident because I had the backup.
Well, you had the background and look, you did the work. I just shined the light on the path and how to get you there. You had the credentials to do the job, you had the personality to do the job, and you landed the job. And you went on many interviews and you got to see everything. Congratulations on your new job. Enjoy New York City. I'm
Thank
jealous. I
you.
wish I was there right now. I really want to thank you for doing this. For anyone who's out there looking for a job, please grab time on my calendar. It's at gethired.careers. That's gethired.careers. You can visit my website at poundingpavement101.com. Juliana, thank you. Good luck at your job. The door's always open when you're looking for that next position.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks, Eileen.
My name is Ilene Rein. I'm an executive recruiter, job search strategist at Pounding Pavement 101.